Well, hi there, friends. It is Mindy Audlin on What If Wednesday. And this week I have a story to share with you. And this story comes from a couple weeks on the road, an amazing transformational journey that really ties into the power of those two little words, I am. Hi, Donna. It's good to see you. Thanks for joining. Feeling the love as you join in. Let me know you're here. It's great to hear from you. So I was on the road. I went to Texas for a week. I went to Wisconsin for a week. It was an amazing trip. And there were three things that happened to me on this trip that, together with a 15-hour road trip at the end of it, really created some transformational shifts in my life. So the first thing that happened was I was speaking at a youth leadership summit in Texas. I had 189 young people in the room, and I was what-if-upping with them and telling them, like I always do, I say, what are the two most powerful words in the English language? And I'm always like, what if, they're amazing, they're expansive, they're incredibly powerful. That's what they're supposed to say is, what if? But they didn't. This time, this has never happened to me before in teaching this for a really, really long time. So this time, I'm in front of the audience, big group of high school students, and I do my thing, talking about imagination and how important our thoughts are, and the two most important words in the English language are, and from the back of the room, I hear this, without missing a beat, this loud, clear, strong voice from the back of the room says, I am. The two most powerful words in the English language, I am. And I'm like, oh, that's not where I was going with this, but maybe you're right. What if you're right? I'm like, oh, wow, I am. Those are incredibly powerful words. So I said, okay, I'll give you that. I am. Most powerful words in the English language. What if is maybe the most expansive, but I am. It's hard to beat the power of what you claim to be true for yourself. The things that you put after your I am in terms of being able to shape your reality and shape the way you feel about yourself. It is the name of God. When Moses asks God, what's your name? I am that I am. I am that I am. We're invoking the name of God when we say I am. So I am is incredibly powerful. So that left me in, just sort of a headspace of, I hadn't thought of it like that before. I'm going to have to rework my talk a little bit for one, but also really looking at what I am means to me, how I use the I am in my own life. So that's the first thing that happened. Now, I had a few more days in Texas. Shout out to everyone at Unity of Dallas. We had a great time together. I spent a few days with my parents there. And one of the things that I've been doing with my parents is we've been working on our family genealogy. So we've started this last year, but I've really been focusing a lot on my mom's side of the family. I hadn't focused that much on my dad's side of the family until I was in Texas this past trip. So I was doing the genealogy and going back on my surname. So just so you know, I'm actually going to write this down because this is this is my I am, right? Your name, I am. And people say, who are you? That's what we normally say is our I am. I am. Here's who I am. So just so you know, Mindy is not my legal name, but it's the name that I've gone by for as long as I can remember. So when I was little, though, it was spelled a little bit differently. So when I grew up, in the days of Mork and Mindy, I was Mindy, M-I-N-D-Y. So I'm writing it down so you can see. I was Mindy, and my maiden name is Hurt. So this is the name that I grew up with. Anyone that knows me all the way through college, until I was 40. I was Mindy Hurt and then Mindy Hart-Audlin when I got married. So this is the name that I went by. And I always kind of struggled with my name. It never felt quite like it was me. I don't know if anyone else has ever had that issue, but I remember when I was 10 years old, I told my mom, I want to change my name. I want to be Linda. I want to be something else. And that never stuck. So I was Mindy Hurt for a long time. Now, what I'm seeing now, as I look at my name, the person that I used to be with this name was very insecure. I had a lot of self-doubt. I had a lot of confidence issues. I didn't really know my own wisdom. And I would often look to other people to look to their wisdom, because I would trust them more than I trusted myself. And as I look back on this name, what I see is I was very heady. I was very mindy, right? I was very stuck in my head and trying to figure things out all the time and not super connected with my heart. So I saw this, as I look back at my life, I see this as a place where, in terms of my mindset, it was a little painful. It was a mindy hurt, like the self-doubt, the self-deprecation, the lack of confidence. All of that is mindset and the thoughts that we think that keep us small and keep us in our little box. So that was my I am for a while. And then that led me down into some very difficult, murky waters. And I had sort of a dark night of the soul. And it was a winter solstice when was it? It was not long after I had turned 40. I decided I wanted to change the spelling of my nickname. I had an epiphany, life-changing type of experience, and I decided I wanted to change my nickname, the spelling, to what you see now. And a couple of reasons I wanted to do it. One of the big ones was in my faith tradition, in my teachings, your name means so much. And if you look biblically, whenever there was a name change, it signified a shift in consciousness. And I was having a dark night of the soul. I really was ready to do something different and have a shift in consciousness. So in the Bible, when Abram becomes Abraham or Sarah becomes Sarah with an H, the H to me represents like putting the breath of God into the center of your being. So that's, what I wanted to do in this name change was put that H, put that breath of God into the center of my being. And what I didn't really think about quite as much, although I was aware of it, is I changed the mindiness of it to amending. It was a healing time. So, for 10 years, I have gone with this spelling, and it's been a very healing time in my life. So one of the things that happened, at first I had the I am experience when I was with the youth conference. Second thing that happened was I was working on my genealogy. Well, as I looked back to, I found 750 years of family history tied to this name, Hurt. And what I found is that my ancestors went back to England, like right in the center of England. And what I discovered is that this name that we've been using here in the United States for hundreds of years, Hurt as my maiden name, was actually originally from my ancestors. It was Herte, which means heart. And over time, it just got spelled differently, and the meaning is different. But when I actually look back to my ancestors, my ancestral surname meant heart. So if I change that, look how little this change is. If I just do this, I can change my hurt into heart. And that discovery was just like, oh, I really like that. Isn't that cool? So I was sitting with that and having that experience of what would it have been like if I had grown up as Mindy Hart instead of Mindy Hurt? What difference would that make? Then I went to Wisconsin, hanging out with this amazing group, my mastermind group. So I got a fly buzzing around me. Hanging out with my mastermind group, and one of my friends was doing some breath work with us. So I'm doing this breath work activity, and what I find is I just had this amazing experience of love and connection and healing. And so I came out of that experience. It was powerful for everybody there. I'm thinking about it as I ride home, 15 and a half hours in the car, thinking about all my experiences and how they all add up together. And what I realized was that this mending period is complete. And so I am shifting my I am once again, and going forward, I'm going to start the slow, tedious process of shifting everything back over to the old spelling. But now I'm going to integrate my ancestral surname. So you're going to start seeing me as Mindy with M-I-N-D-Y and Hart with H-A-R-T. And what I love about this, see what happens? This is the cool thing that I noticed, is when I change the hurt to heart, now it's mind and heart. Mindy, mind and heart in perfect balance. And that is the new I am that I'm stepping into, is the beauty of our intellect and understanding and all the things that our mind can do for us, and the heart, which when we let the heart be our guide in balance with the mind, there's nothing we can't do. So that was my epiphany. Sherry's here. Hi, Sherry. It's great to see you. Brenda is in the house. Hi, Brenda. Wonderful to see you. What is your I am that you want to claim? What is it that you want to step into? Today is the solstice. Today is a day of light. And that's why today I was so excited that not only is it the solstice, it's also What If Wednesday. So it seemed like today is the day to make the switch, to claim a new I am. And I invite you to step into that I am yourself. Now, it may not be as dramatic as a name change or changing the spelling of your name, but think about how you use your I am. I am strong. I am powerful. I am wise. I saw a quote from Muhammad Ali. He said, he used to say, I am the greatest. And he said, I said I am the greatest before I knew I was the greatest. It takes a while sometimes when we start with a new I am to really live into it. I remember when I first began as a spiritual leader at Unity of Wimberley in Texas, and I got the name tag that said, Mindy Hart-Audlin, spiritual leader. And it didn't feel true in the beginning. But by the time I completed 3 years there, it definitely felt true. That was where I learned spiritual leadership. There is power in your I am. What is the I am that you want to step into this week? And what if we could support you in feeling congruent with that I am, even if it feels like it's a bit of a stretch? I am the greatest. Can you imagine Muhammad Ali? I'm out there. I am the greatest. What is the I am that you want to step into? I am enjoying all aspects of this last phase of my life. I am enjoying every moment. I am enjoying the sunshine. I am receiving all the good that life has to give me. Thank you, Sherry. That is beautiful. What if you enjoy every aspect of every day of your life? What if there's something to be grateful for in every moment? So what is it for you? What is your I am that you want to step into? And how can we support you? And use the power of our what if to expand what's possible, to expand how we see ourselves, to expand what we're able to receive in terms of really feeling congruent with the identity, the I am that is really who we are. I love this new spelling. I love it. You're gonna see me hyphenate Mindy Hart-Audlin, and know that for me it is a reminder to balance the head and the heart, and to integrate both of them as the truth of who I am. So that is this week's challenge. What is your I am? What do you want to step into? Post it in our community at whatifup.org. You can go to facebook.com/groups/whatifup and let us know what you want to claim for the week, and just post it in there. That's the challenge. Post it and sit with it a little bit. Put a name tag on. Put a vision board up. Sign your name. Put it in your email signature. I am alive, alert, healthy, wise, strong, powerful. I am a New York Times bestselling author. I am a great speaker. I am a transformational leader. What is your I am? We're here to support you in stepping into the full power and full potential of who you are and who you came here to be. So thank you for joining me for this What If Wednesday. Can't wait to connect with you in our community. If you got friends and they want to join us, send them to whatifup.org and have them join the club, as we are elevating humanity by spreading hope, building connection, and inspiring positive change. Thanks so much for being here. Mwah. Have a great week.